you reign! For the hundreds in attendance, for the millions watching around the world, let's get ready for
A&B Combo! This is A&B Combo's Wrestling Edition. Yeah, boy. This is what I'm talking about up in here. What is going on, everybody? It's good to see you guys.
Wow, no chill.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, she got.
No chill.
Okay,
She
let
knows
me
the
just.
cue.
Good gracious.
Can we say Wrestling Edition or anything?
Ladies
look,
and
they're
gentlemen,
both
boys and
here.
girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most must-see wrestling review and live reaction show in all of YouTube. Welcome to A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. We got not one but two channel mascots. Unfortunately, I've only got one Twizzle stick.
Are you being serious?
There's only one.
What?
I've only got the one.
Why?
I don't know if I can break it. There's only one here.
I need
only
to go
got
get
one. You're gonna have to go get one.
Oh gosh, excuse me, people.
She's gonna have to go get a Twizzle. I got two channel mascots and only one Twizzle. Wow. Hi guys, how are you? Here's our channel mascot, Bone Crusher. She's looking for a treat. We have a foster dog that we are in fact adopting. Her in-ring name is Stella Rose. It's got a ring to it. It's got a ring to it. You can see him right here. Let me get the ticker out of the way. Yeah, you could see Stella Rose. She's a poodle mix with I don't know what. This is a Shih Tzu Terrier of terror weighing in at 16 pounds. We don't have the weight size on Stella Rose just yet. Guys, she's coming. There she is. Okay, we got the Twizzle. We got the Twizzle. All right, here it is. Bone Crusher!
And Stella Rose. Oh. Don't knock everything down. She don't know where to go. Here's the refill.
All right, there was our channel mascot. You gotta love them. You gotta love dogs. You gotta love dogs. What's going on, everybody? Let me get the ticker back up there. So good to see you guys. I hope we are sounding good. It is the A show. The A show is not bad, but there is no A without B. All right, there is no A without B. So it is good to see everybody. You all right over there?
I'm saying, man.
You all right over there? Wait, did you just see, was Roman Reigns out there?
No, I just ran up and down the stairs.
Heavy. Unless Roman Reigns is in the building. Did y'all see when Roman Reigns returned? Did you see her reaction? Want to talk about it?
No, I don't actually.
Want to talk about it?
No, I'm good.
Kind of feel like you might want to talk about it.
Hey, we don't have nothing.
It's going up.
I told him he should put that fish tank on the back screen. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
have the
it's
fishies
definitely
swimming
going
around
up.
back there.
So it is good to see everybody. How you guys doing?
How's everybody doing this evening? Let me give a shout out to the mods that are in the house.
Give a little shitty
Give a little shouty shout.
A little something.
All right, mods, first in line, Sophie Dophie. Hi and bye. See you tomorrow. Okay, well, hey, thanks for stopping
But I'm
through,
glad you're
boo.
able to join us, OG, Triple OG.
The Teflon Don mod father. Good evening. Good evening.
How you doing?
Steven Sandridge.
That's what I'm talking about,
Wrestling
Steven.
historian in the house.
That's what I'm talking about. What's up, buddy?
Yes, Jaden Winchester.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
We're going to get the background going right
Wise
over there.
man, LA Knight.
We acknowledge you.
We acknowledge you. You feeling better? Okay,
Yep.
so got a little bit of cough, everything. But you know what?
But it wasn't COVID, though, right?
I'm glad that you're feeling better. I'm glad.
Please tell me it wasn't COVID. I hope you're all right.
Well, whether it was COVID or not, he's feeling better, so it's okay.
Hope you're all right.
Yeah, he said he's on his way to mend. Okay, so those were the mods that were in the house. Quick shout out to the members as well, and then we'll get through the shout outs and have some combos with y'all.
All right.
That's what we're here for.
All right.
Rickardy.
What's up, Rickardy?
What are the members? JR Dugan.
JR, what is up?
JPC. Hey, yo.
Yeah, you know me.
Samantha Poole.
What up, Samantha Poole?
Shayla. Hey, Shayla.
Hey,
How you
Shayla.
doing, love?
How you doing?
How you doing? Let's see. And Jody Bennett. Woo!
What up, Jody?
What up, Jody?
Good to see you, buddy.
The Three Kings.
All right, Three
What's
Kings.
up? Our truth voice. Yeah.
What's up?
Rolling Bird.
Rolling
Rolling.
Bird.
Aaron
Bird?
Drew. What up, bro?
Right here.
What's
Right
up,
here.
love?
What's going on, Aaron Drew? Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, okay. So now we went through our mods. Now we went through our members. Now Ace going to go through and give a shout
Do some
out
shouts.
to the rest of the fam
So
in
you
the
said
up in
on
here.
your end, the first person in line
Was
is the same
Nation,
here.
yep.
All right, then. With honorable mention, as always, first person in line with that fast pass is none other than the Nation of Domination. Put up your one, son.
Put up your one,
Thank you very much,
son.
Nation, for being up in the hizzy. I want to go ahead and give a
Yes.
shout out to my baby sis. I know you're up in here watching it, kicking it, loving it. Mwah.
Mwah.
Love you very,
Love
very
you.
much. Anthony's in the house. Here.
Yerd. What's up,
What's going on,
Anthony?
Anthony? We got Fareed Saheed in here. Tyrell Breed Gaming. Good to see you over there. See, Anthony, Samantha Poole got that year. You got that year, Samantha Poole. How you doing? Were you working today? Did you just come home from work? What's the good? What's the good? Zay, what is up, buddy?
What
Young
up,
Hung
Zay?
XO. Good to see you.
Hey,
Michael
Young.
Farrell. We
Hello,
are
Michael.
good. Sean Jagers, what's
Hey,
happening?
Sean.
Carmen Jackson.
Hey, Carmen.
My first time, you know what? You're going to get honorable mention right there. Carmen Jackson says, this is my first time on this channel. What's up?
What's up? I gave her a shout in the chat. But yeah, welcome, Carmen. Everybody show Carmen some love.
Like Marty Mar said, what's up?
Oh, Carmen just says she in the hospital. Oh, well, for real, show Carmen some love.
dang,
I'm so
okay.
sorry you in the hospital. I hope you're okay.
I hope we're
Or
making
you
you
gonna
feel
be
better.
okay.
Hope we don't
Usually
make
if
you
you're in the
feel
hospital.
worse.
Right. And as long as we're not making you worse.
You know, that's kind of important.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Wow. Thank you so much for being in here with us. That means a
Yes.
lot. Brandon King Carter, what's good with you?
What's up, Brandon?
It's good to see you in here. We're just going to talk about some things. Of course, we got A50.
Big boy.
What's up, A50 big boy? What's good with your son? Let me see. We got a couple more people. Then we're just going to have a casual conversation. Aaron Teagle. I see you, Aaron. John G. Zay. Alexander.
What up, John G? What up, Alexander?
Thank y'all so
What
much for
up,
joining
Zay?
us. She's off today, back to work on Tuesday. Respect.
Oh, gosh. Well, I hope everything's okay, Carmen.
Respect. That's right, Sophie W. You got that. My in-laws. What's up?
What's up?
Mm-hmm. Anybody watch Martin?
What happened?
I'm going to put it up. Anybody watch Martin? You know, Martin with, when he had Tommy Davidson on there, the Varnell Hill show.
Mm-hmm.
Did you miss me? You know what I mean? That's one of my favorite episodes. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. With Jodeci on there. Good to see you. Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine. We're going to be seeing that this week.
I cannot believe we haven't seen it. We've been meaning to, man. We've been meaning to.
We haven't had a chance to see it yet, but we're going to go see it this week. So I want to go ahead and get right into it. We're not going to take up too much of your time. Sophie Dopey, don't come for me. All right, it's Sunday night. Y'all
Sophie
got
Dopey can't come for you because she said hi and bye and still up in here.
But there's a couple things I want to talk about today. A couple things you want to talk about. We're going to start with
Brother man on the fifth floor. The fifth floor.
Hey, just making me a couple sandwiches. Wish we had some meat to go up in there. Who did I love, Mark? So right here, folks, your tribal chief and mine, I suppose, although I think it's supposed to be Solo Sikoa.
Whatever. Hush your mouth.
I think it's supposed to be Solo Sikoa.
Hush your mouth.
I could be wrong on that. I could be mistaken. But
Bone Crusher versus Stella. You know what's funny, Zay? We see that every day now. And it's so funny because Bone Crusher want to play with her, but she's so much bigger that it's really quite funny, which is funny because Bone Crusher and Kylo usually go at it, the cat and the dog.
Yeah, man. You know, so Bone Crusher is kind of we just happen to have two very jealous dogs. All right. They all about the attention. So when one gets it, the other one wants it. It's really kind of ridiculous. But Bone Crusher, she loves playing with Kylo, the youngest cat. But this is a pup over here. She's 2 years old. She's got a lot of energy. Bone Crusher's 5, and she ain't trying to play like that. She gets a little. I'm like, whoa. She got that Barry White going on. So, but they're getting there. They're getting there. They're getting along really, really well, actually. And but it's only been just over a week now, right? It's only been just over a week.
Yeah, it's only just been over a week.
So yeah, man. So you know, we like to keep this
Carmen,
kind
we'll
of
all
cash.
pray for you, boo. We'll all pray for you.
Oh no, we are definitely gonna pray for you. Just say some prayers. Steven Sanders, wrestling historian, you already know. He's on deck as well. Holy sanctified man right there. So he's gonna go
Holy
ahead
and
and lay it out for you.
sanctified.
So let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Friday Night Smackdown.
OTC.
This is the third week in a row, I believe. We've seen Roman Reigns. We saw him at SummerSlam. We saw him last week. We saw him again
Yeah,
on
but
Friday.
we just seeing little pieces of him, little piece of a piece of Roman Reigns.
I'm gonna tell you,
I want all of it.
You see, you might get that Friday reference. Man, you just got a little piece. Yeah. I love that. He hadn't uttered a word, so we don't officially know what OTC means. We can only assume, we can only guess. Official only, nobody knows. But he hasn't uttered a word. Now, my man, Roman Reigns, to me, looks like a grizzly bear that had been awoken from his slumber a little before hibernation season was over. The beard's a little scraggly. You know what I mean? The hair's a little fuzzy. He got that look on his face like, you know what? I just worked a double shift and y'all woke me up and I need to come in here and set things straight. I need to lay the crooked road straight. We didn't land on the bloodline. The bloodline landed on us. And he looked like he wants to regulate, but guess who came back?
I mean, they needed Jacob Fatu because the three of the other ones couldn't even touch Roman. Like, it was so funny because when Tonga
It's Tonga. It's
gosh, it's
Tonga,
such a
Tangaloa.
tongue twister,
Tonga,
a
Tangaloa.
tongue twister.
Tonga, Tangaloa.
When the first one first came out,
All right.
they made him seem like a rabid dog, right? Like he was just crazy. Oh my gosh. Then his brother comes out. Oh my gosh, what's happening? And then Jacob come out and they're just like, I mean, it's crazy because, so yeah, Jacob did get Roman, but he got him from behind. So, but Jacob is injured out there in a boot. So it's funny because what we really want to see is Roman and Jacob more than Roman and Solo. But they've already shown us Solo can't stand up to Roman. He's just running away, and every time he tries, he just gets beat down instantly.
But he got the Samoan spike. Blah! Huh?
The only person giving Roman a run for his money is Jacob. So the conversation, Solo is kind of out of the conversation. He's in it, but he's not really in it. He here, but he ain't really here.
So, I mean, I've said this several times on this show. It's a numbers game, y'all. Right now, it ain't in Roman's favor. Now, it was great to see him coming back and wrecking shop as only he can, right? Jacob Fatu's a whole other beast. They call him the Samoan werewolf. I don't know if Roman's ready for that. But my question is, who's in his corner? Who got Roman's back?
Right.
Because like when Jey Uso came over to Monday Night Raw and everybody's like, what you doing here, bruh? For 3 years, y'all done run roughshod through the WWE and now you want to come over here and make amends, shaking hands, kissing babies? Like this is an election year? Like this is politics? Huh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I don't know because I don't know when Jimmy's going to come back. And even when he comes back, is he going to be the same old shucking and jiving Jimmy, or is he going to be
chucking
down
and jiving
to
Jimmy?
Business? I said what I said. He's a funny guy, a little bit of tribal cheese, a little bit of tribal H2O. You remember that? Okay.
Well,
he had
tribal
the
cheese
Nobody
buff.
Be Out shirt, which we appreciate that. But then he turned about face real quick, jumped on board, right? Then he went with brother. Then he went back over here. So I don't know. I can see the Usos for sure going one-on-one, no problem with Tangaloa. You know, Tonga, he's a bit of he's a little, I don't know about that guy. Tangaloa for sure. But Jacob Fatu is a whole other beast. It's a whole other beast. So why do we just go blank?
Did we? What just happened?
Uh-oh. That was weird. Okay.
That was weird.
That was weird. So my question is,
Are
what's
we back?
Roman? We're back.
Okay.
My question is, what does Roman have to do to assume position as tribal chief? Because Jay is on Raw. He ain't coming over here.
Right.
You feel me?
I know that there was another one signed, and we still got Jimmy out there, wherever Jimmy is, that needs to come back.
Well, what
And
Jimmy's coming back?
there's no shortage of Samoans anywhere anyway. So
The Wyatt Six. I see people talking about the Wyatt Six takeover. Y'all hide us. Yeah, I know. We should have got the Fireflies out of there. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. But I'm liking it. But here's the bigger issue that I'm having with Friday Night SmackDown. Monday Night Raw right now is on fire. Fire. You understand? 3-hour show. We had said for the longest time they should break it down to 2. The storylines are not there, and whatever. Everything in Monday Night Raw right now is hitting. And keep in mind, that was the flagship show. That's the show that started it all.
right.
Okay, so it should be top tier beef, Wagyu beef. You feel me?
Yeah.
And SmackDown has become sort of the ground chuck, if you will, of the shows. And I hate to say it that way. Your anchor, like we just came out of the Olympics, I said this before, you had the relay race. That anchor needs to bring it home. All right? So we are seeing that anchor bring it home, which is fine. But 2 hours of SmackDown does not mean that you can only have all of your hits in the last 20 minutes of the show.
Exactly.
So that kind of ties into something else that I wanted to mention. And I'm gonna break it down to you like this. Stay with me. I'll keep it short and sweet. On SmackDown, who else did we see from NXT? Roxanne Perez, Trick Williams, We saw a little bit of that. Whoop that trick.
Get him.
Whoop that trick.
Get him.
All right.
This is the part of the segment of the show called Missed Opportunities.
Missed opportunities. And we also saw Ethan Page. Now, I've said this also. We've talked about this. NXT being the redheaded stepchild of the brands. At least the way it's being treated. But you watch NXT, the show's a banger. 2 hours of bangers, right? So here's my thought. Missed opportunities. Who took Trick Williams to task and got that title off of him? Ethan Page. He was in the arena. Trick was in the arena. Carmelo Hayes was in the arena. If you legitimately are trying to bolster NXT, aside from bringing main roster people over to Tuesday night, why didn't you have Trick Williams getting into it with Ethan Page? Because he's got a score to settle. You understand what I'm saying? Because I hate to say it this way, but there's still a lot of people on the main rosters. I watch the main rosters that don't know much about NXT. I don't want to just see them, hey, baby, we here, whatever. Then that's it.
Yeah,
Who
that's
cares?
stupid. Who cares about that?
Get into a thing with Ethan Page. They take it backstage after Carmelo's match, or at any point during SmackDown, really. Carmelo Hayes is walking backstage, kind of holding his head a little bit. You know, he just happens to walk past Nick Aldis's, the GM's office. Out comes Trick Williams. So he got into a thing with Ethan Page, which is going to bolster their rivalry on NXT. And we already know Carmelo stabbed Trick in the back. And they could have had a little exchange, a little barb, a little something like, you know, hey, man, why don't you go ahead and run on back to Tuesday nights? This is where the big boys play.
And that whole entire interaction that you just did would have, for NXT people, would have been awesome. And for people who don't watch NXT, may have bolstered some interest. Just showing NXT people in the audience waving like you do when sports people visit does nothing for NXT at all. How does that bolster interest in them?
This is what I'm saying. You get this interest going like this. Now you've got people's attention.
Same thing with Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
Huh? Miss Money in the Bank. We all know she's not going to cash in on Roxanne Perez, and that's fine. But you still have that interaction. You still have that, oh, wait a minute. Hold up now. Maybe not.
Because she's sitting there with the title, right? And Tiffy has the Money in the Bank, and even though we know she's not going to, they used to tease that you might cash in on the NXT champion. Why not have that interaction? It's not like they don't have any history from NXT either. It just doesn't make sense for you guys to just sit there and have NXT superstars in the audience to wave at everybody. That is so dumb.
And check it out. You have their interaction on Friday night, then guess who shows up this Tuesday?
Right.
Huh? Slapping a certain champion with that briefcase in the back of the skull.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Y'all can't tell me you couldn't have figured that out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what I'm basically saying is it's fine to have the bloodline or whatever in the last 20 minutes, but you had this other stuff earlier on in the show. Let's make this show more than what it can be, what we have seen. And I don't know why it's so difficult for them to figure that out.
Yeah.
You telling me that wouldn't have improved ratings? That would have helped NXT?
Yeah.
Come on,
no,
man.
that would have actually made a difference. Just showing them waving in the audience, I don't know.
Come on, man. You know what I mean? So let me see. What do the people got to say about this over here? One with the one-on-one with the well, just a minute, player.
Well,
it's going to be, you know what I mean? Trick Williams versus The Undertaker. No, just holla. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is you now have a SmackDown superstar, one Mr. Orton, a Viper, who is now moonlighting over here on Monday Night Raw, trying to get the best of Gunther. Which is still crazy to me, but they're allowing this. Okay, they're allowing this to happen. So what I'm basically saying is you show that you have the capability of thinking outside the box, and yet with a huge opportunity like you saw on Friday Night SmackDown, y'all completely fumble and drop the ball.
That's a fumble.
And I don't know nothing. I probably know less about football than anybody here.
But you know it was a fumble.
I know it was a fumble. I know a fumble when I see it. They will not do anything. NXT on main roster TV, they will not. And therein lies the problem.
Yeah. So I see some conversation in here about Bronson Reed, and Bronson Reed they really are doing something with him, just making him out injured after injured. I mean, so now we have R-Truth out now. Seth is out now.
Crack ribs, both.
And so we're gonna see who he's going after next. And he just seems like a unhinged gorilla. Like it's funny because it's just like his Rampage. It's like his Rampage opening, right? Like he's just wrecking shop. And it's crazy because they're taking it so far to where it's like there's no way he's gonna come back and do it again. And yet he does come back and do it again and again from one side to another side to another side. I wouldn't want to be the person under all of that. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, people seem to be talking about it. I mean, and if you want to get people talking, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
What's up, Michael Tolberg? Good to see you. Carmen, we're definitely going to be praying for you because I see some chatter in here, man. And I don't know what's going on in this world nowadays, but it looks like you're going through some things. So we're going to keep you covered in prayer. Don't worry about that. Yeah, Sophie Dolphy, NXT's the ugly stepchild of the WWE. Called Cora J corned beef hash. First of all, corned beef hash is nasty. She love her some corned beef hash.
Steven, you the bomb mod. Just want you to know.
Thank you, Steven, for doing what you got to do over there. The fan said one more time to read when he crushed R-Truth. Yeah, look, we see it all the time. Which is kind of shocking. You see some wild stuff going on. You see some wild stuff going on right now, and we've seen this before where the fans are like, you're in the corner singing your song, saying what's up, and then they're saying one more time. That's kind of cold.
Yeah.
That's kind of cold. But I am glad to see that Big Bronson Reed is doing what Stone Cold said. If you want an opportunity, go out there and take it.
Yeah.
This is what you got to do to get noticed. And I'm not seeing enough of that with people. Quite frankly, I hate to see anybody get taken out.
Mm-hmm.
But bigger than that, what I do want to see is The Miz figures it out some way, somehow, as a dual, double, dos, Grand Slam champion. You got to put some respect on his name.
I mean, heck yeah. I mean, he's the Miz, dude. It is what it is. My secret hope is that they would bring back Morrison, but I know that's not gonna happen. I know he's signed elsewhere. That don't really mean
Kinda
anything.
sad, though.
Everybody be signed elsewhere. That's the one person I really wish that Triple H would bring back. Him and Miz were gold together, and he still is in, I mean, like, perfect shape, like perfect, like, I mean, to be like older and like, to still, be on top of, like his workout game. Anyway,
You want to talk about that?
huh?
Huh? Look at you now, boy. Huh? Look at you now. Yeah, okay. You got some nerve. No, it would be nice
Oh
if they did.
yeah, I think Maurice was having some issues, but I like when she come out with him too, for sure.
I love me some It Couple.
Mm-hmm.
We love ourselves some mixed tag stuff.
Yeah.
We had a missed situation with...
Hey, Shamanica.
What up, Shamanica? We had a missed situation with Beth Phoenix and Edge. Quite frankly, they never really turned that full steam ahead.
Never. And we never got the whole Beth Phoenix and Rhea fight, and who don't want to see that?
It didn't happen the way that it should have.
Oh
She could still go.
gosh,
And now I don't think we ever will. Quite frankly, I don't think we ever will.
girl, no apology needed.
I like the fact that you got Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley as the Terror Twins. I like mixed tag stuff.
Hey, CT Hill, how you
What
doing?
up, CT Hill? I like it when the ladies get involved because the men are afraid to do stuff. They weren't afraid to do that in Lucha Underground.
No, Lucha Underground got down with the get down.
You had intergender matches all the time.
Intergender matches, man. It was fire.
You know what I mean?
WWE ain't gonna touch that, but I was fire. But I love the mixed matches too, and I still am pushing for the intergender couples titles. If you want to take anything from AEW, I thought the couples titles were fire, and we have so many couples in WWE. That would be so fire.
It's all right. You don't have to apologize to us, Shamanica. We appreciate you. You did miss the dogs, though. Now they're both resting.
You did miss the dogs.
Now
Hey,
they're both
movie
resting
queen.
comfortably. What up, movie queen?
Oh, you did, movie queen.
Talk
nice.
about it. Talk about it. How was it?
Nice.
How was it? Yeah, Lucha Underground was it was a telenovela for pro wrestling. Either you were into it or you weren't. But the action was amazing.
But the telenovela part was awesome too. Like, it was just awesome. It was just awesome.
It's a shame that it failed.
Yeah. No,
it's a shame
I
that
can't
it
even
failed.
understand it. I guess it just didn't have enough funding. I don't know, but I loved it.
Yeah, I believe that they do, and I think they should have mixed tag team championships. Look, this is the time. This is one thing I will say for Dwayne The Rock Johnson. We call him DJ. We call him DJ over here. This is one thing about DJ. He's consistently saying, let's raise the bar.
Yeah.
Let's raise it. As you can see, I'm wearing, hang on, can you see the shirt? There's the bar shirt. Right?
They could have did that in the NXT, the Underground matches. Do like the unsanctioned matches, intergender matches.
Well, you know what? I mean, let's. That's a nice way to put it, because I hate to say it like this, but we all know what the Underground was supposed to be, Raw and both NXT. And it is a disappointment for her. She's not into UFC mixed martial arts. I love a good hammer fist, so I'm about it. But if you're not really going to go there, and I'm not talking about I want to see a UFC match, but if you're not going to go there, then I don't want to see an NXT Underground.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it. And not only is it mixed martial arts, look, it's also like blood sport. Like if you remember Jean-Claude Van Damme going back, I think that came out in like 88.
Yeah.
All right. You got the people in the arena. It's dark. There's no ropes. It's supposed to be gritty. It's supposed to be rough. You feel me? This is not supposed to be a wrestling match. You're supposed to see something that you're not going to see on a normal Tuesday night. That's the problem that I have with it. Okay, I'm not saying I want to see somebody's face get demolished like Joey Mercury with that ladder. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is put your hair up and square up and let's get it on. I want to see some hard hitters in here, be like, oh my gosh, this person's got to be dead. Like legitimately, I want to see somebody get hit. I want to see some receipts because that hit was a little too hard. This is what I expected in NXT Underground. This is like with the PLEs. If it's in the name, Extreme Rules. If it's in the name, Bloodline Rules. This does not need to be a regular match. Especially we're like, okay, let's do this again. Hey, Cody Rhodes, you, me, Bloodline Rules again. Finally, thank you, because that first Bloodline Rules match sucked.
Right.
In regards to them not doing anything special, no extracurricular. And I don't know what we got to do. We were looking at Damian Priest 24, and he had that match with Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, he had a shopping cart full of weapons. He came ready.
Yeah, no, I love that. He came out with that shopping cart full of weapons. I was like, oh.
Why am I not seeing this?
He's like, nah, forget under the ring.
You know, if you want to use tax, get a bag full of Legos. You ever step on a Lego in your bare feet?
Nothing hurts like that.
You understand me? You want to feel that in your back? Come on, dog. Like, these are just some missed opportunities, man.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. I know y'all are brand. Okay, I know y'all want to do other things. I know y'all are not the Triple H's, the Undertakers, the Hogans, the old school people that really got down. It's a dying breed, but you're still a pro wrestler. I'm not saying I want to destroy your career like legit, but you should be able to take a hit and be okay. Are you a pro wrestler or not?
And keep on taking.
Huh? Are you a wrestler or are you a straight punk?
I don't think I ever heard you with some bass in your voice like this about this. Isn't this a different A right now? He a little heelish.
You want to hear some? Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Carlito want to talk about it. Are we not going to talk about it?
Goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
We got some super chats to get to, babe.
Goodness gracious. Be a pro wrestler, dog. But we got right now 2 belts, 3 diggers, our super chat champion of the world. What up, 3 diggers? Circle message. No intergender titles in WWE, please. And if you do a segment where Nikki throws them in the trash.
Whatever.
Intergender stuff ain't cool. Let's not give kids the message that guys should beat up on girls.
Well, okay, the intergender titles at AEW, the men and women didn't fight each other. It was it's just like when they do the mixed tag now, they didn't fight each other. That was only in Lucha Underground. But if you look up, 3 Diglets, if you look up the match between Penta and Reclusa, is that what it was in Lucha? Oh my gosh, if y'all have not seen that after our show, y'all got to look that match up, because back in the day, Chelsea Green went toe-to-toe with Penta, and oh my gosh, in Lucha Underground. But no, the intergender titles, they don't actually fight each other.
But
why you gotta pee on my parade?
They do practice together.
Yeah.
So you're getting into the ring with somebody that you trust.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, I'm okay with it. I hear what you're saying, and I am not going to flat out say I disagree with you, homeboy. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say I see both sides of the coin. But if it's a tag match, I don't mind a little teasing going on. you know, but I think that would be great. But keep in mind, I was also a big fan of China when she premiered. She was a big, rough and tough person. I'm talking about the China that had the original jaw China. That was out to here China. Before the surgery China. That's the China I'm talking about.
The original jaw China. That's funny.
Okay. But she was also an intercontinental champion, dog.
She had that jaw like the fairy godfather from Fairy Odd Parents. Remember the cartoon? Like he had that.
My muscles, my beautiful
muscles.
You know what I mean? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. You know, what was it? Who was it? I think it was Rhea Ripley that body slammed one of the Good Brothers, right? It was Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
a big boy.
But I think that what Three Digless is saying is we don't want to see that the other way. We don't want to see men putting their hands on women. Although that's something that they've been doing in WWE since Roddy Piper. So
well, they did a lot of that in the Attitude
But
era.
even before the Attitude era, Roddy Piper did it.
Well, yeah, he did. And yeah,
but he
going
also
back
got
to the
stabbed
early
on the
80s.
street a couple times, so you know.
But that's also
we'll get to your super chat, Stephen. I promise.
Where I feel like they had at that time, I will say this much for McMahon. McMahon realized what he had, and he understood that we can't have this missed opportunity. We have the ability to go around the world with these celebrities.
Yeah.
And let's take advantage of that, and let's put WWE on the map. And clearly, celebrities like to get involved, and it was fantastic. It worked. It worked. So I'm saying missed opportunities with actual superstars, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. As far as what I can see here, Steven Sandridge with the super chat, circle, message, bring back the mixed match challenge and give me Tez and Bianca versus Jimmy Uso and Naomi.
Oh, ho, ho. That would be so good. That would be so good.
See, you done started something now.
You done started something now. Man, that would be so good.
I wouldn't be mad at that. And you have a mixed intergender championship, a tag championship. We said this on the show before as well. And I think we just saw another wrestler talk about it. It might have been, I don't remember, it was Jericho. Who the heck was it? That said, you want to be a champion when you become a pro wrestler. Your desire, your goal should be to become a champion. Whether or not you actually ever get a strap on is a whole different conversation.
But isn't that true of think about it. It doesn't matter if you're talking about any kind of sport, if you're talking about acting, if you're talking about dancing, you want to be somebody who is known for being the best. There are people who are going to be happy they broke into the business. There are people who are going to be happy that they could dance in a parade at Disneyland and sing and be a princess. And there are people who want to win an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? There are people who are going to just be happy that they made the bench of the Lakers. And then there's people who want to be the LeBron James. Everybody's not going to be the MVP. Everybody's not going to be the world champion. But you still have good talent. And you have to figure out how to use everybody to make a really, really good show, a really, really good game, a really, really good movie, whatever it is. So it really is a matter of using everybody to the best of their ability and trying to do the best they can not to miss opportunities. And I think that right now we have a team with Triple H. Like that's one of the things we're seeing with the 24 and the behind the scenes documentary. You see how hard everybody is working behind the scenes to bring these storylines together, to bring these shows together, to make sure that they're giving us something that we really, really need after so many years of hanging in there when it just sucked. I mean, I was looking back at some of our old stuff today from like 2019 through 2020. And I was like, we were just like, what is going on? What are y'all trying to do right now? You know, and now we're like, this is gold. You know what I mean? So it's like,
go, Jerry.
Yeah.
Go.
So yeah, we're over here talking about some mixed opportunities with NXT people and some missed opportunities overall with like figuring out more what you could be doing with SmackDown in general. But there's always a really bomb show that's so good that then the other show you're like, oh, this show sucks because they don't have both of them on fire at the same time. When have they really both been on fire at the same time? So, you know, in general, I'm still happy with the overall state of WWE right now.
Yeah, I'm very pleased with what WWE is doing right now, as far as their storylines, their character development.
Good night, Shayla. Thanks
Good
for
night,
stopping in,
Shayla.
boo.
All I'm saying is I just want them to not waste people's time, and I mean by the audience and the superstars, because if you recall, and I've said this several times, on the draft, when NXT people finally premiered on the main roster, and it would be like crickets out there. Like Carmelo was huge in NXT, and it has taken him a cool minute to get over with these people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how you don't see this. Like, for example, when I sent you that text, somebody had texted Adam Pearce, "Where's Kiana James?" And he responded, "Ask her." And then I was like,
What?
oh crap,
Dang.
where is Kiana James?
Yeah, but if you're saying ask her, what is she just not showing up? What does
Makes
that
me
mean?
wonder.
What does that mean?
But you know where she did show up?
Where?
NXT. Week after week.
Yeah.
No problems.
I don't know.
No problems.
Oh, guess who stopped in?
Well, before you say that, let me go ahead and say Firefighter Jimmy, thank you for your service.
Thank you
and
for
thank
your
you for being here.
service.
Who's up in the hizzy?
Actually, you also need to read Steven's chat, super chat.
Yet another one?
Oh, you already did? Never mind. Just kidding. Okay, yes. So say hello to Just Alex.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, drop your draws and hold your applause, because the big dog is now in your city. Hur, hur, hur. What up, Just Alex of Alex's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. He just dropped a review video on Friday Night Smackdown. And I also want to talk a little bit about it. And Just Alex, you can go ahead and lead the charge in the chat on this. Drop a question, because I do want to segue into just a little bit about AEW and
What's up,
the
J Money?
product of that. I know the majority of our people here, as per the poll we took on Friday, are mainly WWE people. But we do watch it all. And AEW right now,
Not equally, but yes.
yeah, because it ain't hitting. It ain't hitting. And even though SmackDown might be, fine.
Fine. It's fine.
SmackDown is fine.
It's still way better than AEW is doing right now.
Raw is fantastic. NXT, enough said. But AEW, there's I don't know. There's something missing. There's something missing.
I'm sorry, Three Digless cracks me up.
Was there? I hate wrestling personally. Ouch. Ouch. That's hilarious. Well, I'll
Stephen is funny too. Y'all
they
funny.
can't sell biscuit. But you know what you can do with that biscuit? You can sop it up. You can sop up a little bit of that gravy. Finger looking good. Nah, man. I've said this so many times. This goes at the top. This goes at the top. All right, with AEW. Tony Khan is a kid in a candy store. He's Willy Wonka. He's got the money. You're bringing in the people. But so what? You can have the best of the best of the best of everything. We've seen it in movies. You can have the top director, top producer, studio backing, all-star cast. But the movie can still suck.
Right.
If nobody's watching it, who cares? What went wrong? It's really simple. You had the momentum, and you just fumbled and dropped the ball.
Absolutely.
And now the inmates are running the asylum.
But what sucks about that the most is that they're so, how could you have that much good talent? Think about the roster over there. And it just sucks for them. It really does.
I don't want to compare WWE to AEW. These are two totally different
Yeah, no, they're two different
promotions,
shows.
and the way that they do their programs are completely different. But I said this before when AEW first came on the scene. I said this is WCW 2.0. Okay, same network, same black ropes, a lot of the same people, and you're making the same mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the higher ups, what's going on behind the scenes, ultimately led to the chaos that you saw on television, and they had to close their doors. I'm not saying that AEW is going to close their doors. I'm not saying that their pay-per-views are not fire. I'm not saying they don't have great talent
Their
and great
pay-per-views
matches.
are too damn long.
Their pay-per-views are
Hey,
too
Wesley
long.
Franklin.
Always a pleasure, Wesley.
Thank you for being here.
Their pay-per-views are too long, but what's going on at the top is affecting what's going on below.
Mm-hmm. So Alex has a question.
And what we're seeing is a shabby product.
Yeah.
It's a shabby product. Here's a question. If you were WBD, would you offer AEW a TV rights increase in their current state?
No way.
I would say yes, with a catch. In that, if we don't see marked improvement, let's just say 90 days. Like you hire somebody for a job, or you start a job and you're on a 90-day probation period. I'm like, okay, at the end of that 90 days, let's have a review. Either this is working out or it's not. So I think we should have a 90-day review. Because if you want us to invest in your product, you got to show us that it's worth investing in.
Right.
We've seen those arenas. We've been in those arenas. A lot of empty seats. Good gracious. No wonder they keep it dark in here.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad in LA last time, but the seats didn't cost nothing.
No, of course not. If you're giving them away, Tesla was once the hot kid on the block. Now Tesla's just like, hey, how much you want for Tesla?
Mm-hmm.
Things have changed.
Yeah.
You got to fix your product.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. This is sort of like this is the McMahon problem as well. You get to a point where your ego is now running the show. And your ego doesn't always know right from wrong. Your ego doesn't always know about good storytelling or what's best for business. It's just what's best for your ego. And therein lies the problem. And people coming in here like Mercedes Moné, who can write her own ticket, all well to the good.
Mm-hmm.
She had a decent match. We know she can wrestle fine. That's not the issue.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is, what am I tuning in for? What am I sitting down 2 hours for on a Wednesday night? What am I tuning into Collision for? Because I got to be honest with you, Collision straight sucks. It sucks. It's like every once in a while when you were a kid and you would turn on and you happen to see a random wrestling show, you just flipping the channels. Oh, what's this? Okay, let me check it out. And it wasn't like anything major. It was just like no major storytelling, no major developments, just some guys wrestling. Okay, fine. Why are you not doing it to Ring of Honor? Why is Ring of Honor not on the front and center? You get all this talent in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Why are they not televised? Where's the Ring of Honor pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Missed opportunities.
Missed opportunities.
I don't understand. So it starts at the top and it trickles down to the bottom.
Yeah.
So now it's no longer the place that you want to be.
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
No, I know, Alex, because I mean, you know, I just feel bad for the talent. That's all. You know, you want to wrestle, you're showing up. I mean, these people are giving their best. I've never seen, well, I'm not going to say I've never seen a bad match because Ty Valkyrie and Britt, yeah. But, you know, for the most part, you know, you're seeing these bomb matches. People are out there putting their bodies on the line. They're doing their best. And it just sucks that they're doing it there. But And really, the whole time, like we've always said from the jump, we really wanted it to succeed. We want it to be better than it is. And if at some point Tony Khan could get out of his own way and let somebody who's really, really talented, who knows the business, have a really strong team come in and take this over. Because they just keep kind of running a lot of the same storylines back and forth, and you know, I don't know. It's like I don't know.
But I'm gonna tell you something else. I'm gonna tell you something else because I'm seeing some comments here. I'm liking what you're saying, Steven. I'm liking what you're saying, Just Alex. Collision equals WCW Thunder. Exactly. WCW Thunder. Come on, man. If you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat the same mistakes. And that's what's happening with AEW. And I was chastised for comparing AEW to WCW. How dare you? Y'all don't see it? How do y'all
From
not see it?
who?
Huh? Right now, boo-boo stink. We got two dogs here. I want to be honest with you. We picked up both of their poo. Their poo smells different. But you know what it does? They both stink. One happens to stink worse than the other. Yes, I did say that. I said what I said. Collision, Rampage, both stink. One stinks worse than the other. But it's a waste. I'm saying you have so much people, and here's the thing that's scary. Nobody wants their spot taken. We just saw the next class. I think it was it on 24 when we were watching Damian Priest? The next class of performers coming in here. You got these young and upcoming people wanting to get a spot. There's not enough room for everybody. So, Steven, like you're saying over here, here's a thought. Keep your foot on the gas. How many times have we seen shows right after a Razor or a WrestleMania, and the show's like, okay, we put all our energy into that. Now let's just take that foot off the gas a little bit. Mm-hmm. Nah, player, you got too much talent on the roster.
Yeah.
You got too many people sitting on the sidelines, dog. Nobody should be taking their foot off the gas. Y'all should be figuring something out with everybody so that everybody has their time to shine. And I don't know why it's so difficult. I don't know why it's so difficult. They used to have Saturday night's main event. That's why we call this Saturday night's live event. They used to have that. Why don't you have that anymore? Mm-hmm. Let's get some of these young talents over here. You created speed. Who the asked you for speed?
Yeah.
Let's get something going on with a major competition with these youngsters trying to get in who are barely in the performance center.
Right. Right.
So that these OGs like, hey, they're nipping at your heel. Don't get complacent. Mm-hmm. There's always somebody else who is a hungrier dog than you.
Yeah.
But Tony Khan needs to step out of the way and let AEW be what it could be what we thought it was, be really what it was when it first started.
Samantha Poole said that basically that there's so many kids over there that they're proving CM Punk right with everything that you keep hearing about them. And I mean, it's interesting how Britt Baker tried to act like when she came back, when they lifted her suspension, that she tried to say, oh, you could try and get me suspended. And she tried to work that into the storyline with Mercedes Moné. But everybody knows the reason that you got suspended, Miss Baker, because you've got a bad attitude. So,
Get your house in order, dog.
Get your house in order, dog.
Get your house in order. I don't know why it's so difficult. We got some ego problems over there in AEW. And we know professional wrestlers have had egos. We know this. It's fine. But that's the thing, like you talk about with Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, at the time of his the height of his career, he had one of the biggest egos in the industry. But you know what Shawn Michaels could do? Back it up in the ring. He was one of the top performers. Absolutely, bar none, could not be touched. And that was a fact.
Yeah.
I can't say the same for Britt Baker. She all right in the ring? She all right? Yeah. She's all right. She's had some decent matches, but you're not gonna sit here and honestly look me straight into the ocular stems of my soul and tell me every match Britt Baker has been in has been a banger. Oh my gosh, she's
I
unbelievable.
can tell you that the first promo she ever did, or one of the first promos she ever did on that cruise ship, was the most awful promo that we've ever seen in our life, and I wish that I could unsee it. And just Alex said that Britt is now beefing with Jamie Hayter. Like in real life, they're beefing. See, that's just beyond ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. When I saw her in Vegas, she's so lucky that I am saved and sanctified, because me
Holy
and Britt would have made the
sanctified.
news. We would have made the news, because I cannot believe that she flipped me off. But Jamie Hayter was so damn nice. She was so sweet. I talked to her. She was a very, very nice person. And that just shows you, Britt Baker, it don't matter where she go, who she's interacting with, she's the problem. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's egos everywhere.
And nobody wants to work with that. But hey, let me tell you something. It's one thing to have an attitude and have your mouth write checks.
Mm-hmm.
But if your arse can't cash it in the ring, shut up.
Right.
I mean, legitimately, shut up.
Shut it.
You know what I mean? Get back in that ring and give us something, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of all this backstage drama. And that's the problem right now. AEW, they're being known more for too much drama outside the ring instead of the action inside the ring. MJF can't carry that show by himself. He's doing a hell of a job.
Yes, CW41, it was about to be a situation. We were in Las Vegas, and I was taking a picture of them playing at the poker table, and she sure did just flip me off right into the camera. It was...
But we were so far away from them.
She's
we
so
were
lucky we're so
nowhere
far away,
near
because I
them.
was like, I know that didn't just happen. I know this chick didn't just do that.
It was, see, and that's the thing. And I want to give a shout to Aubrey Edwards. We've met Aubrey Edwards,
so cool.
I think, what, 3 times?
Yes,
2 or 3 times.
Aubrey is so down to earth and so cool.
Solid person every single time.
Even Tony was cool.
Tony was great. But you know who you are. You know where you are. You know you're in
MJF was mad dogging me for taking the picture too. We're here to pay to see your show, and you don't think I have a right to take your picture? You gonna flip me off?
But she gave you, yeah, it should have been a video. She gave you something that we're going to talk about for the longest time. But I mean, that just goes to show you.
I was about to give her something she was going to talk about for the longest time, but the Lord.
I would have paid good money to have seen that.
You would not. You totally was calming me down.
I was, because I wasn't trying to get kicked out. I didn't want there to be an incident.
But we would have went viral.
Yes, we would have. I wouldn't have mind seeing that. But but I mean, legitimately, she's fine. But that's the thing that I'm talking about in the ring. A well-rounded performer. You've got the in-ring skills, the mic skills, the
release
look,
the B,
the music, whatever the case may be, you've got it all. You're the total package. And Britt Baker is just fine in the ring. It's like Booker T said this. He says, you're not great at anything.
Ethan.
You're good at everything.
Yeah.
And people take offense to that. Because they don't,
Ike.
Hi, Ike. You don't fully understand what he's trying to say.
Right.
Not everybody's going to be great. Not everybody's going to be the champion.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to say it that way, but I'm going to say a name. I'm gonna say a name.
Say the name. Say the name. Go ahead. I'm listening. Whose name is it?
All right. I'm gonna say. I'm going to say a name. Indy Hartwell is teamed up with who?
Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae. I have nothing but love for Candice LeRae.
I don't really think anything of Candice one way or another, really.
I have nothing but love for Candice LeRae. I want to ask a serious question. Does anybody in this chat legitimately see Candice LeRae as the future WWE Women's Champion? The face of that company, yes or no?
Heck no. And I don't understand how Indy got worse when they brought her up instead of better.
Worse.
You know what I mean?
Worse.
We had high hopes for her. We were such a fan on NXT, and it's just, I don't know what happened.
Now, here's what I want to see, because she's married to a certain Mr. Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. We just watched him and his partner Tommaso Ciampa
Mm-hmm.
have a banger of a match. That went on
Right.
for a cool minute.
It was a banger of a match.
I know full good and well that these ladies train with these guys and are trained by guys.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say we're well past not wanting to see women wrestle. That we're all about. We just want to see TNA. We're well past that. Even though you've got plenty of women that are fine with showing their TNA, especially their right now.
Who go out of their way, yeah, to show it.
And that's fine. But you cannot legitimately tell me that somebody like Candice LeRae, somebody like an Indy Hartwell, as long as they've been in this business, as much training as they have under the belt, cannot have a banger match like her husband did. I refuse to accept that. There's some people that aren't, high flyers. They don't want to go up to the top rope and all that stuff and dive out of the ring, and that's cool. I'm not saying you need to do any of that. But what I'm saying is your match doesn't need to be a snooze fest. And again, no offense.
No, but there are matches that just are like, oh, here's a bathroom break.
Tegan Nox.
Absolutely.
Nothing against Tegan Nox. I love Tegan Nox. But I got to tell you, do you want to get ahead or not? Like I said, you got a whole locker room of youngsters back here ready to get down with the get down and take that spot.
And this is what I see Steven saying and what Alex was saying too, as far as, so like we can talk about people like that and giving bad matches on WWE, and yet nobody's going to stop watching WWE because of some bad matches. AEW actually put on banger after banger after banger, but if you don't have the substance behind the stories and the characters to make the whole product, then like Steven said, people may come, but they're not going to stay and keep coming back because there's so much more to it than that. And, I feel like, so Alex is saying that he doesn't really feel like that they really presented like someone who can win a title. But I feel like they were trying to go there, Alex, when she started turning heel and getting kind of crazy. But the thing is, they were so wishy-washy with it.
Yep.
Is she or isn't she? Are you or aren't you? You're a heel, or you're just playing about being a heel, and then Indy is confused, and then she's heelish, but she's not. Like, what the heck are y'all doing? I don't even think that they knew what they were doing. It was weird. It was all just weird.
Well, I'll tell you what's not weird. Steven Sanders, a wrestling historian, says, let me go ahead and drop some gospel on you with a circle message. Hey, some people are Simone Biles, and some people are Simone's husband. It's okay for some to be mid and just do the job they're capable of doing. And that's what I'm saying. Not everybody's going to be the top dog, and there's nothing wrong with that. Play your part, play your role. Just like we've heard this, Stephen. The body of Christ, this is an entire body. There's a lot of parts to this. A pinky, a toe, a tongue, an eye. Each serves its purpose. You feel me? And there's nothing wrong with that. This is a huge community. And that's why I'm fine with giving these ladies something to fight for, the mid-card title. There should be a mid-card title. You should give people something to fight for. But regardless, even if there isn't one, what I expect out of you as a pro wrestler is a hell of a match.
Well, and then that's the thing, right? So you have, and there are a few men that still are kind of try not to connect on a daily basis, but maybe we'll go there on a pay-per-view. Cody Rhodes he's stepping it up, but Cody Rhodes and KO both do a kick that almost 50% of the time is this far away from their opponent. And that is so irritating to me. That is so irritating to me. There should be no moves if that is one of your main moves, you should have figured that out by now. I should not see so much air between you and your opponent that you just took me out of the moment. You know what I'm saying? I know they could both go there.
Mhm.
I know Cody Rhodes is tough as heck, but I need you to commit to the moment. And I feel like he will go there when he has to go there, but he also will, dance around the ring as well. And then you just have people who are just heavy hitters. And I love Shinsuke. I love that Shinsuke, his hard style,
Yep.
heavy hitting, the way he could get down, the way AJ gets down in the ring. There's certain people, and that was one of the things that we learned from Medusa when we had her interviewing, and she was talking about when they were in Japan that you really beat the hell out of each other, and you're not going to complain about it because this is what you want to do. You need to be tough, and they were just cut from a different cloth back then.
Yep.
And I feel like the Natalias of this world, y'all could call her the goat, the boat, the float. I don't care what you call her. But when they had the behind the scene, the Divas reality show, and they showed her getting mad at Naomi because Naomi connected with a kick and it made her pee on herself. And she was like mad about it. And she was mad when someone broke her nose, and she was mad. You're training people and nobody wants to connect. The women training up under you are scared to connect because you don't want nobody connecting with you. But then you want to be called, like, you need to be able to, like you said, take a licking and keep on ticking. You need to be able to get hit in this damn sport. It's still a sport.
And again, I'm not talking about I want to see a Joey Mercury face explosion. I'm not saying that. But you're trained in this.
No way, movie
You're
queen.
trained in this. You're trained to learn how to take a hit, and still be okay. I personally like the heavy hitters. I do. But like you said, there should be no reason. And there are botches. Things happen. It's a live performance. So it's not always going to go according to plan. We understand that. We're not trying to knock the product at all. But we're saying is pro wrestling, it's theater. There's so many things that encompasses what pro wrestling is. And right now, AEW, they are not doing the theater portion of things. And that in combination, well, for me, I don't feel like they're doing the theater portion of
Or
things.
they're taking it too far. Because if y'all didn't hear when we went to Vegas to see that show, that last match they did with Darby Allin pissed me off. I was so mad.
Yeah.
Darby Allin has a death wish. I'm for real. I believe he's suicidal, and I think he wants to go out with a bang.
Yeah.
Okay? I really do.
He wants to die in the ring.
And they are taking advantage of that to the fullest. And when they hung Darby Allin upside down from the ring, and then his nose was already broken, and then they kicked him in his nose. And in person, I could tell you, they weren't anywhere far away from his face. He legit kicked him in his nose, re-broke his nose. Blood instantly started pouring down. And I'm looking at Darby, and I could tell that he's choking on his blood. He's upside down. He's fully suspended in the air. You just re-broke his nose. He's choking. I can see him trying to figure out how to lift up his head because he can't breathe because he's choking. And then he passed out while he was hanging up there. The EVPs are in the ring doing whatever. Nobody's looking at Darby Allin nobody cares. I was like, he's going to die in front of all of us, which is, I think, how he wants to die. And they're just like, well, then let's kill him in front of everybody because he'll let us. And this is how we're going to get asses in the seats. And said, instead of like bringing the quality of your show up, you're literally doing stuff for shock value at the expense of endangering someone's life. And then one of the referees finally like realized like, oh my gosh, this dude is not okay. Get him down, get him down. And I was like, I was so mad. I was so livid at that show. You could ask him. I was like, I want to cuss Tony and these EVPs out. I'm so mad. And somebody need to love on Darby Allin. Like, dude, you really trying to die in a ring? It's crazy to me because that's not, it's all about the shock value. You know what I mean? And Mox is just a straight, what is that called when you love pain and you're a glutton for, he's a masochist. And because he's a masochist, He's willing to go out there and do stuff, and other people are trying to step it up, and it's all shock value. Where are the storylines behind any of this? I just don't know. It's
Now,
crazy.
I
Exactly. What did it accomplish?
and I
Nothing.
wouldn't call it. What I mean by theater is it's a show. That's what I mean by you're putting on a show, and there's a lot of elements that go into this show. Obviously, like theater when we had the Wyatts coming back, and then backstage, people were shot in the head and smoke and everything. That's theatrical
That's
theater.
theatrical.
You know what I
right,
mean? Like
right.
that's just
Mhm.
clearly, but that's what I'm saying. And WWE plays to that tremendously. Tremendously. Hold on, because there was something else I saw. Hold on, because I wanted to mention this. Oh yeah. Young Bucks putting people through glass, like actual. Do you not understand, like real glass
Yeah.
is so dangerous.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like they're all these little teenage boys trying to prove I don't care about my life. I don't care about it's just crazy. It's crazy to me. I don't know. I don't understand what I'm watching sometimes.
Well, I don't understand. We got a super chat right here by the Three Kings Circle message. Darby got hit by a bus. I was in a ring a few weeks later. Ridiculous. Redunculous. Ludicrous. Luda. Yeah, and I mean, look, if he can, fantastic, great, wonderful. I don't know what's going on with my man Darby Allin. I feel like he fought his demons and
No,
was in a better place, but
no, he's not in a better place.
No, whatever's going on with him, and this is his thrill. This is his kick. I don't,
I think he surrendered to them because I don't know.
But I don't, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't, like, be smart. Be smart. Like,
Mhm.
3 Digs, I think you can understand this. I used to personal train. I was a bodybuilder. Okay, I was much bigger than I am right now. And I worked in a gym where people like to inject certain things. Okay, we would go into the cubbies at the end of the day. We'd always find little vials of stuff in there, whatever CCs or whatever.
Oh,
Okay.
steroid is a liquid?
Yes, but what I'm saying
I
is,
thought it was
well, it
pills.
depends. It
Oh,
depends.
mhm.
But what I'm saying is, people do that, and you have a small window of time where your body's going to be at its peak, but it's not going to be able to last. It's not sustainable. You understand what I'm saying? So you want to have a long career in this business. You don't want to just peter out. There are some people like even Macho Man or Ultimate Warrior. Truthfully, they weren't really in the WWF that long. They had a
Right.
huge impact.
Right.
But it's like Luther Vandross said, I'd rather sell 1 million records for 10 years than sell 10 million records in 1 year and that be it.
Yeah, one hit wonder kind of thing.
You know what I mean? Like, you want to have that career. So don't do stuff that's reckless and stupid just for the shock value. You got to find a balance. Like you said, don't just do it for the shock, but also at the same time, Triple H talking about, I don't want to see color, when he made a career out of that. Look at his forehead. It tells it all. He's got that Dusty Rhodes forehead.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the program, bro. I'm not saying bleed for the sake of, but if somebody wants to get a little bit of color in there,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, no, we're not going to do it anymore, that's weak sauce.
Yeah.
I don't like extremes on either end.
Yeah.
You feel me? Let's find a nice medium ground. But if during a 3-hour Raw, somebody gets busted open, then somebody gets busted open. But I'm not saying you got to go mox and bleed every single freaking week.
Right.
You know what I mean? Unnecessary. But I saw something else over here by 2 Belts, the biggest single super chat of the night right here. Thank you very much, 2 Belts, 3 Diglets. Circle message. Darby is doing his job his way. I like him a lot. He's doing what he got to do to put AEW on the map. He's like the Mick Foley of AEW. I'm not mad at that statement.
I like Darby Allin. Don't think that I don't. I was mad that they didn't care enough about him to notice that he was choking. I didn't want to see Darby Allin die in front of my eyes because I like Darby Allin. Darby Allin let you hang him upside down and trusted you with his broken nose, and you kicked him so hard in the face while he was hanging upside down that you re-broke his nose and let him choke on his blood and was not even looking and seeing if he was okay after you did it. I know you felt your foot connect with his face. So I'm mad at the EVPs. I was mad at the Young Bucks. I wasn't mad at Darby Allin. I like Darby a lot. I just think that because he'll let you do that to him, I feel like they took advantage of that situation. And I honestly, for one second, thought when he passed out that I was about to watch that man die in front of me. And that I did not want to see. So I agree with you. I like him a lot. You want to see Darby Allin die in front of us?
What do you mean?
See, that's not okay. That's
Look,
not okay.
let him do him, unlike the Mercedes Monets of the world who will gladly take the bag and show nothing. I'm not mad at anything you just said here. I'm really not. And Mick Foley was a wild man.
I hated when Mick Foley, that whole thing with his tooth stuck up his nose. I mean, see, that's not my thing. I don't want to see that. We just different on that.
See, and I loved every minute of it.
I know you did.
He was willing to put his body on the line, but also keep in mind that was a different time in pro wrestling where you really had to show. See, hang on.
Shane
Here's the
McMahon
thing.
too. Shane McMahon would do that too.
Hang on. Let me tell y'all something. I want to see. This is what I want to see.
What you want to see, boo?
Now, I'm fine. You know, Darby Allin wants to put AEW to the map. I totally get that. But what I want to see across the board from every professional wrestler that steps in the ring and has the opportunity to be shown on television. When the Monday Night Wars were going on and WWE was getting its R's handed to it week after week after week in multiple ways. I mean, Eric Bischoff played dirty. So what happened on Monday night? You were flipping back and forth because you knew that you were going to see something outrageous that day. And you didn't know what it was going to be week after week.
Right.
They had to go out there and show up and show out every single week to get eyes on the product. Everybody had to step up because you were fighting for your existence. They were fighting to put them out of business, and they were fighting to freaking survive. If you're not coming with that level of authenticity, that level of grit, that level of, I don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow, so let's go out here and put out a banger. Why are you in that ring? And I'm talking about everybody. Don't get comfortable. Like she said to me, we just filmed some stuff earlier because she's like, look, we getting comfortable right now, man. We getting too comfortable. We gotta film some product. We gotta get some stuff out here. We gotta make sure that our name is known across the skies. A&B Convos, Wrestling Edition, man.
Yeah, you about to see some more stuff from us because honestly, we have to. So here's the thing, right? And I think Three Diglets, okay, so Three Diglets, tell me, right? So you were talking about you got a show coming up. You're not going to hear from me as much because I need to be working out, I need to be training, because you got to get ready for your show. And you want to give it your all, and you're not competing to lose, right? It's the same kind of thing. Like, there's a lot of shows out here. We've been doing this for a few years now. Yeah, we're in a place where we're doing well, but at the end of the day, we need to step it up. Because either we're going to go for it and we're going to do this full time. This is going to be our career. We're going to be going to the shows. We're going to be reporting. This is going to be what we do. And all these people are going to be like, dang, we knew A&B Combos win. We're going to take y'all with us. Don't worry. But we're either going to make it or we're just going to keep doing this part-time like it's a game. Like, you know, and this is not a game to us.
This is a game?
You think it's
a game? Oh.
So I'm like, we need to be filming more. We need to be putting product out there. We need to do commercials. We need to do whatever we need to do because we need to stop just doing this half-ass. We need to do it for real and give it our all so that we could make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing. Like if you want to be a wrestler, like how Damian Priest in 24, you going to give it your all or you just going to maybe be in catering because you're just happy that you're there. You know what I mean?
Precisely. Every show is an audition. I like what just Alex is saying right here. Every show is an audition to come back the next week. And that's facts.
Yep. And you got to treat every show that way.
That's facts, man. That's facts. So this is what I'm talking about. Don't come out here and put on a snoozer. Now, this is not to say we need to have you get beat up today. We're going to have some. That's part of that's fine. That's fine. I completely understand that. But again, I don't want to see a product where y'all feel like y'all are comfortable and ahead of the game. Like we've seen, I'm going to go back to the Olympics. There was that power walking you might have seen on TikTok where it was, which is crazy to me. Just, power walking is a thing. And there was this one lady who was power walking and she thought she was ahead and she started to celebrate. She took her foot off the gas and then she got passed. That's what happens when you start to get a little too comfortable in your position. That somebody else is going to pass you, whether that be a superstar in the back or a whole different promotion. And let's keep in mind, AEW exists today because WWE, under the banner of a one Mr. Vince McMahon, got comfortable, got lazy, had some crap, whack storylines, and thus the birth of AEW. That's fact. If it was an amazing product week after week, no complaints, oh my gosh, WWE is just, I cannot believe this. I'm a kid with $1 billion in the bank, but I just want to sit here and watch this. That probably would have been the case. But no, out of necessity comes invention. And there was a need because at that time, WWE was toxic.
And the need was not for speed. We got another super chat. Samantha Poole done gave us a little super chatty chat.
No, she did not. Hold on now. Samantha Poole, what did you just do over here? Circle message. And thank you. Also, I didn't say thank you to Two Belts.
Yes, thank you. Three big legs. Thank you very much.
Samantha Poole says this. The only adult in AEW is Kenny. They're always drama before a major pay-per-view. TK is only proving Punk right that the locker room is full of kids, and TK is one of them. That why All In is not that exciting.
Do you mean like in charge of leadership? Because I mean, Samoa Joe is there, and Malachi Black is there. I mean, there's other adults there, but I don't know that they have any power. They just work there. It's
maybe somebody like an MVP, if you will. Who was he? Although he's not, but I
mean, letting Cody go was the biggest mistake but I don't know if Tony could have ever kept him. I think Cody was always doing what he was doing to get back here. Well, maybe not if Vince was in charge. I don't know. It just happened to work out that way. But thinking about it, I want to back up and just say that I'm not going to say that there's no storytelling. I really, really enjoyed the MJF Adam Cole storyline. I did. I enjoyed it a lot. They did the behind the scene thing. They were jumping at a ball pit. They invested in that. I liked that a lot. Timeless Tony Storm, they've worked out her. She's got some storylines going. They actually really did invest in Christian storyline also. So I do want to back up and say, I'm not going to say they don't have any stories going. They did have some stories going.
Don't misunderstand. We never said they don't have stories.
I don't want to say that there's no storytelling over there because there was some storytelling going on. They just don't seem to have enough they have such a big roster that I don't think they just can figure it all out. And they have had some good stories here and there, but it's not really a consistent thing.
That's what I'm saying.
And as I've said before, I think they actually did play music at the last one that we were at.
They did something.
They actually did because the shows were just boring in between. But yeah, so that was our rant, y'all. We came in here for an hour and a half, and we just wanted to talk wrestling with y'all. And did you have anything else that you wanted to add to that, baby?
Well, I like what again, just Alex is saying. Fatu hasn't missed once. Dominic is low-key one of the best, which we didn't think he was going to be. And that's what I'm saying right now. It's so easy to say that with the men. And I don't know if it's a situation of the women are just not getting the right amount of time. Like that's something maybe Britt Baker complained about versus MJF. You got to give the people something to watch. And at the end of the day, that's kind of on you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you need to be able to cut a banger promo, a fire promo, and have a hell of a match to match.
A
You
match
understand what
to
I'm saying?
match your
A
match.
match to match.
Yeah.
And like Jacob Fatu, aside from maybe a Rhea Ripley, I wanna ask this question, then we'll get up out of here. Jacob Fatu is a beast.
A
Who on the female side, again, aside from Rhea Ripley, currently, can you say the same of? Who's coming out there and just wrecking it, making people notice her?
Nia Jax.
Okay, yes, Nia Jax. I think just Alex mentioned this as well. But she's also in a different place right now than she was before. She got saved, and I think her attitude has changed.
Her coming out with that crown, with that outfit, in that chair, with the dudes carrying it, was fire.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. And having Princess Tiffy by her side, awesome.
Phenomenal.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's definitely crunching the competition literally, and I love every second of it. Anybody else? Like, do we have an Orton on the female side?
I agree with you, just Alex. Liv Morgan is impressing.
Liv who?
Liv Morgan is impressing him. I think that Liv Morgan right now is at the top of her game.
Liv Morgan's doing her job. This is the best Liv Morgan that we've seen.
Absolutely.
This is the best Liv Morgan that we've seen. Which is great. But you got a locker room full of people.
Bianca's delivering. I mean,
I don't know what they're doing with Bianca.
And first of all,
quite honestly, right now,
their name might be stupid, but Pure Fusion Collective is fire.
I have no problem with that.
And Damage Control is stepping it up.
They've stepped it up.
Yeah, so I'm glad.
They've stepped it up.
Oh, it's midnight. Yeah, we're getting off anyway, Samantha. I know it's late for a lot of y'all. We got one last super chat to read on the way out, because that's how Trace Diglets like to do it. Go out with a bang.
He did. I agree with you. Carmelo and Andrade's match was fantastic.
That was fantastic.
And they got into it afterwards. That's what I want to see.
That was fantastic. All of it, yeah.
But I want to see that. But legitimately, I want to see that with the ladies.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see a match, but I want to see them get into it after. Like, I want to see some more scrapping, man. I really do. Yeah, yeah. So for using cap, that's all right. You got to get your point across. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, Nia Jax for sure. 2 belts, 3 Diglets. He said, "Let me go ahead and drop this in your lap, dog. How do you feel about this circle message? We all got an expiration date. And if you allow someone to put fear in your heart, then you lost. No matter how scary it looks from the outside, I don't care about CTE. I don't care about what can happen. But where your feet are at, I'm the Fatu of this whole spiel, fam. Eyebrows on swim." So you saying you got the crazy eyes? You got the crazy eyes? That's what you saying right now, dog? You got the Fatu eyes? I respect it. There it is. It's Rocky 3. Apollo Creed talking to Rocky Balboa. Come on, Ballo. Tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. But there is a tomorrow, so come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be back for Monday Night Raw. That's all I got too. We'll talk a little more about Cody. We didn't get a chance to get into Cody. I would like to have talked about that a little bit, but yeah, we'll get into that a little later. Because Cody's something else I have thoughts on. I have some thoughts.
You have some thoughts.
2 belts, 3 Diglets. That's what I'm talking about. There is no tomorrow, and that's how you need to wrestle. Like, this is shutting down, and we need to go out here and give them something they're not going to see ever again. And I understand, I'm going to say this in closing, 300 days out of the year, these people are on the road. They're human. I get it. They have their house shows. They have their dark matches. They can't go full steam all the time. And I've said this several times. on those dark shows, on those house matches, you can lay off the gas a little bit. If it ain't televised, it ain't count, don't matter. You want to give the people a good show, give them their money's worth. But when it comes to television, when it's televised, if it's going to be on my TV, if I paid $50 to see this pay-per-view, you better show up and you better show out. That's what I'm saying. Televised matches, no excuse.
No excuse.
Three Kings wants to close it out with this super chat right here. Circle message. Andrade versus Melo reminds me of Matt Hardy versus MVP feud. Excited to see where they go with it. Best of 7, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, that match was great. It was great. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little more about Cody Rhodes. I absolutely do not disagree with what you're saying here, Just Alex. Yeah, I want to talk about Cody Rhodes a little later. So for now, we're gonna get an about. We'll talk a little more about Cody Rhodes. We'll stay in here a little bit tomorrow. I do want to talk about Cody just a little bit because it's you hit the nail on the head.
It's a 3-hour show.
You hit the nail on the head. Thank y'all for spending your Sunday night with us. Saturday night's live event on Sunday. Thank you to our mod squad for keeping an eye on the situation. Thank you, Steven, for getting that situation earlier. To our members, I hope you all enjoyed the members exclusive members lounge that we had earlier in the week. We'll have some more content for you guys. Like she said, we
Love you
just
guys too,
recorded a few little bits, little something, little nuggets we're going to drop on you. Just some funny stuff. It's good stuff, but we want to give you some more content, man. We don't want to rest. We know we got other people coming up on us, some youngsters coming up on us.
Trying to
take our spot. Ain't happening.
Nah, player.
Thank you to our subscribers. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for each and every one of you. To everybody that super chatted today, to our super chat champion,
3 Diglets.
Thank you for reaching deep down into here, saying because we love, we will show you love. Thank you so much. And if you just joined us for the first time, it's a bop here, folks. We family. We have a good time.
Steven, you gonna have some content to show us this week? Oh, we gotta talk.
Yeah, we gotta talk. It's gonna be good. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night. So we'll be back here for Monday Night Raw's live watch along 5 p.m. Pray for your boy. Okay? I got to get up out of there early so I can slide up in here on time. Pray for your boy. LA traffic is no joke. So come back tomorrow for more A and B combos.
Wrestling edition.
Thank y'all so much. We appreciate you. Thank you,
Wesley.
Alex.
Good night, Aaron.
You get some good conversation. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves tonight. It was a good conversation. We kept it light, kept it simple. Nothing too crazy. So we thank you and we will bid you all.
I do.
God bless you. Good night.